It was a massive opportunity to put some serious daylight between Manchester City. 10 points it would have been, as well as Liverpool. That would have been 9 or 10 points. What are we doing here? Guess what we done? We decided to shit the bed and leave skids on the way out. When the pressure is on, Arsenal find it a privilege, apparently. Well, I didn't see anything privileged about yesterday's performance. I was listening to the first half, and then the second half, I was watching it with my own eyes, and it was a shower of shit from here and from here. But to talk about it, we have got an excellent panel with us. Rashid is the geezer to my right. How you doing, brother?
Hey, big up, bro. Thanks for having me on. Big up to Views. Big up to Gianni. It's been great. It's been great. Apart from Arsenal. The thing is,
we're back again, aren't we, Rashid? We're back here.
You know what it is? Look, it's for me personally, it's battles, not war. I said it yesterday. You know, we do the starting XI show, and all the random was saying, yeah, we're gonna win and everything. And I was looking at that one, I was like, do you know what? I don't think so. I think we'll draw. And you can check it, or you can ask Views.
Yep.
I said 1-1 in it, but yeah, it ended up being 2-2. The only reason why is because I watched some of Sunderland's games and I was like, hey, listen, they can attack. You know what I'm saying? They can come at you in different ways. Very physical as well. And I feel like their manager did very, very well. I feel like bringing on Brobby, and Brobby had another chance to score. Obviously, I think it was offside, but still, you should have buried that.
Yeah.
You should have buried that. The changes that Arteta made are the usual changes. The way we played are the usual way we played before the set piece goal. Go back to every game this season. Watch every game. Before the set piece goal, this is the kind of football we play. Side to side, pragmatic. What happened when we were losing 1-0? What did we start doing? Cross the ball into the box, cross the ball into the box, cross the ball into the box, play to their hand. Their number 5 had a field day yesterday. We played to their hand until we started. I mean, they gifted us the first goal. That guy had no reason to hold on to the ball for that long, but great pressing from Declan Rice. And then the second goal was the second goal. You know what I'm saying? And the second goal. Again, it's kind of like it's not the tactics. We're not winning because of the tactics. The thing is that Arteta is a defensive coordinator. That's the kind of he's a defense coach. Not even a defensive coach. He's a defense coach. He should be. Do you know what I'm saying?
He was probably fuming with Trossard for having that shot. He probably had a go at him, didn't he?
Thank you.
Shane was saying it about Declan Rice as well. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, that was individual brilliance right there. So the first goal was gifted. Second goal, individual brilliance. Do you know what it is? What I don't understand is that we play this like every time. Every time it's the same thing. You go against Sunderland, you had them 2-1. You had them there for the taking. What do? He goes, brings on Mosquera. It just tells you what kind of guy he is. You just think that's the kind of guy he is. Yeah, in my opinion, that's cowardness. In my opinion,
do you know what, Rashid? It's right though. Like, if you're going to bring on Mosquera, bring on other players to complement it. Don't just shut out the game. Don't just finish it off. Bring on Mosquera and Ranieri. Come on, man. Eze weren't having his best game. That's fine. You know, it's not been great since he's here, but look, you're going to have bad games. It is what it is. As there was also blowing towards the end, like a number of players, by the way, a number of players. Saka, I can't think when it was. I think it might have been around the late 80s, maybe early 90th minute. He runs off pitch, and I don't see him back in the screen on the telly for about another 15, 20 seconds. Then he's just strolling back. A player beats him, and he's just like walking. I'm thinking, if I can see this, why aren't you taking him off? Bring on Ethan and swap him over there. Bring on Ethan for the right-hand side. We need legs, not just Mosquera, not just added defensive bodies. We needed legs. Declan Rice, bless his fucking cotton socks, was absolutely puffing towards the end because he's being flogged yet again. There's only so much he can do at 100 miles an hour before towards the end he slightly drifts. Now, I can totally get maybe you'd want to keep him on Okay, let's just say I don't like that idea, but let's just say you want to do 3 legs around him. 3 legs around him then. Why are you letting clearly a puffed Declan Rice on the field stay alongside Eze, who's not having a good game and he's puffing, and Saka, who's absolutely shot spits. All of a sudden, you're 5 going across there. You've got 3 players who are absolutely well and truly fucked.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And he brings on Mosquera. Oh, come off
Do
it.
you know what it is, Aaron? I feel like blaming Gabriel only for that goal is just it's not fair, because the pressure that we put on our defenders is crazy. Like the pressure we put on the defense is crazy. So listen, yeah, he could have done better. I mean, I don't understand. The keeper kept us in the game and then threw away with the game. But still, Ray has been excellent as well. So I can't blame anybody from the defense and the goalkeeper. But who I can blame is Zubimendi, average, Eze, below average, Saka, below average, barring that goal. And that goal was, let's be honest, the keeper should have done better. That's do you know what I'm saying? But still, it's a goal. And below average, Moreno, didn't really see him, Moreno. I don't know what he was doing. He was, I don't know, slightly better than average again. Trossard, barring the goal, average. These attacking players that we have, we're not seeing anything from them. Calafiore, average. Timber, and Gabriel and Saliba are usually the ones that do well, but everything else. So this system, it only suits the defenders. It does not suit the attacking players. The attacking players are getting worse and worse. You can't tell me Eze was one of the best Premier League players last season, right? Not even last season, 2 months ago or 3 months ago, when he played against Liverpool. Are you watching him now? Do you even see him on the pitch? I barely see him touching the ball. Barely, bro. I saw him send my man to shops. That was once, but again, it's just one individual, one brilliance in just 1 second. It's not good enough, man. It's not good enough. But yeah, man, in my opinion, a lot of them were below average. A lot of them, they should have survived 90 minutes. How did they survive 90 minutes? There was a lot of players there. How did they survive 90 minutes? And we've got the players on the bench. Oh, Saka defense. That's why he doesn't create. You just told me about this. He was trolling, right? He was trolling.
Mate, he wasn't even in camera shot for about, like I said, about 20 plus seconds. Wasn't even in camera shot.
He gets doubled up on. But why does Max Salmon get doubled up on and still create? Why? What's the difference? What's the difference?
Ain't been clawed out of him yet, has it?
But yeah, man, it is where it is, Aaron. Do you know what I'm saying? We need more creativity in that midfield. Listen, games like Sunderland, you don't need to play with 2 number 6s. You really don't. You can create, keep them busy. Best form of defense is attack. Do you know what I'm saying? You can keep them busy. At least after scoring the second goal, let's go for the third. Why is a £1 billion+ team defending against the 200 million team or a 150 million team? See the players they have. Andre gone. I'll
tell you what, a Premier League winning team win 3-1. That's what they do.
Yep.
They go there. Look at Man City's in their pomps. They win that game 3-1. They go, wow, yeah, we started crap. We've conceded a goal. And they come back and they score 3 in that second half. Minimum. That's what they do. What do we do? Bring on Mosquera. That's no diss to Mosquera, by the way. No diss to Mosquera whatsoever. I'm looking at him thinking, what are we doing here? Why are we making one substitution here?
Aaron, I'll end it on this, because I've talked a lot. If you want to win the Premier League, you have to win every game. You go for every game. Win. Man City used to go. Do you remember Man City used to go for 15 games, 10 games?
Yeah. Second half of the season.
Do you remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you know
they'll come alive, bro.
Yeah. If you want to win the Premier League. If you want to come second or third, just be in the conversation, then play the way you're playing right now. Yep. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Yeah. That's fair dues, man. What was your take on it, Gianni, man? Because yesterday is double frustrating, especially actually the defense was all over the place. Absolutely all over the place yesterday. David Raya, I mean, he's been unbelievable. Let's get that right. He's been fantastic. But what was he doing as well? He's in no man's land, wasn't he? Do you reckon he's at fault or the biggest at fault or Gabriel? Who do you reckon's at fault for that second goal?
The manager, because nothing's changed. We know Raya is good for a fuck up. We've seen it how many times of him being out of position, him trying to get on the ball and act like he's a defensive player to start the play going. It's the manager because it's the same thing. I don't care what anybody says because they're going to all say, oh, the kid's too young. That game yesterday just proved that until Martinelli comes back, Dalman should be the starting left winger from now on. I'm sorry. One, it's sad, as Rashid just said, that we've spent £1 billion and now we're talking about we need a fucking 15-year-old to come in and create because none of these other guys know what the hell they're doing. This is ridiculous at this point. This is absolutely ridiculous. He made one good thing is that he played the 4-2-3-1 and didn't drop Eze in as a number 8 again. But Eze was dropping too deep for that defense. I don't get this shit. You get Zubamendi, who's supposed to be one of the best defensive sixes in the game, which we all know he isn't, but we'll go with it because that was what everybody tried saying in the summertime, even though they probably never watched him at La Liga. Why are you playing 2 number 6s if you're going to drop your number 10 all the way back? And on top of that, if you're going to drop your 10 back in, why the fuck do you have this bum Calafiori running up and down the wing? Calafiori looked like he was playing a secondary striker next to Moreno, and we don't even want to swing the ball in the box. None of it makes any sense. None of it makes any sense. And I'm sick and tired of saying it. My personal opinion, Trossard in that game, Trossard should be starting up front. That's the type of game where it's a bunch of fucking brutes in the back line for Sunderland. You use somebody with technical ability to open the defense up. Moreno didn't do a damn thing. All Moreno is getting put up there for is because we have to expect that 29, the German donkey, is returning to start up top, and that possibly we're going to change the formation again and move Gyökeres out to the left wing. That's the only reason why I think Moreno's getting put up there, because there's no reason for him to put up there. Trossard, outside of Gyökeres, Trossard is our best finisher. I'm sure we can all agree on this. Over the last 2-3 years, Trossard has been our best pure finisher. So why are you taking the best finisher and moving him away from goal? It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
With the Trossard thing, sorry to cut you there. With the Trossard thing, do you know what? I've always looked at him, and he's been a decent signing for us when you factor in, some of the goals he scored, how much he cost, etc., blah, blah, blah. He reminds me of what Shaqiri was for Liverpool.
Yeah.
The only difference is they had Mane and Salah. That's the massive difference. We haven't got that. People seem to think that Saka is, but he's not. People thought Martinelli would be, but he ain't. Trossard should be that player that can come on and do that to get you a 2-1 win, not obviously a 2-2 draw.
Yeah.
But sadly, we've got no one there, and that's what you said. Look, we can all foresee him putting someone like a Gyökeres on that left wing. We should have had a left winger in the summer. Instead, we've decided to piss around with Madueke. Why can't we have got someone like a Lookman? Why can't we have done that? Exactly. I don't understand. Sorry to cut you there, but it's just it's frustrating.
That's it. And then just the only other thing is this. I don't want to hear no more about excuses for fucking injuries if injuries happen. Because for you to make Mosquera the only fucking substitute and you took it off and you tried to stink out that 2-1 win and you lost it, we drew, and you ran all these other guys for 90 minutes. Declan Rice looks like at any moment he's going to collapse. Declan Rice looks like he's gassed at the end of every single fucking game. And I'm telling you right now, if Rice goes down, you can kiss that Premier League goodbye. Because Zubamendi and Mikel Merino on their own ain't doing not a damn thing.
No God. No.
Nordholt should be playing left out. He shouldn't be on the fucking roster.
God.
Oh, man. Big up, though, Gianni, man. Love that you jumped on, bud. And, views, man. Waited patiently there, my brother. But you always pack a punch when you've got something to say, man. And I'm always intrigued to hear what you've got to say. It's been absolutely shocking, isn't it, over the weekend?
Yeah. Who did we play before yesterday's game?
Burnley away.
Burnley away, right? So so in that game, we basically did what I was asking for. You get up in the game, you get more than one goal, and then depending on the game itself, you react accordingly. Burnley didn't want to get smashed. We was happy to just coast on the 2-0. So I was okay for bricking up, right? Yesterday's game weren't that. Read the room. The crowd was their 12th man. They were bullying us up and down the pitch. every second ball we wasn't winning. So your usual way of playing and your usual way of breaking down a low block isn't going to work now because they're not having it. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're being struck. Like Moreno is not like, and bro, and anyway, let me not digress too much. They were bullying us all over the park, right? A newly promoted side, playing us at our own game, second balls, long balls, throw-ins. They were just leaning into what they were good at. And what did we do to remedy that? Nothing. Kept playing into their hands. Why are we trying to do long throws when no one can even get it into the box properly? Let's be honest. Calafiori, he couldn't he couldn't throw a game. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, let alone throw a fucking ball. He couldn't throw a result. This guy, bro, you can barely get it into the area. Why are we wasting our own time when we get a throw on, waiting for that? Even Declan, he turning around looking at the bench. Should I go across to try and take the throw? What the fuck are we doing? We're wasting our own time. This is by design, by the way. Not once have we scored from a long throw as well. Let me just put that out there, right? But anyway, we've turned up to the game trying to play our usual game. They've done a bit of homework. They're beating us to every second ball. They're being very physical. They're leaning into what they're good at, right? And we've got no answer for that. Now, I'll give a little bit of credit. We've come in 1-0. Shane rung me at half-time. I said, this is shit. I said, even if we come back and win this 2-1, right? Even if we come back and win this 2-1, I'm still going to be on their arse because this is what I've been talking about all season. We've been getting away with it, and one day it's going to catch up with us, and it caught up with us. I'll give a bit of credit. We came out in the second half, and somehow, because I don't even think we played that good in the second half, I just think we upped the pace a little bit, right? And that's all it takes.
First off was that shit. It made the second half look better. That's
exactly.
What that is,
and all we did was just move the ball a little bit quicker. We were still doing the same type of things, but there was a little bit more intent, and that's all it took to break Sunderland down because they're newly promoted. If we try and play them at their own game, we're not going to win. We're still kind of playing the same way, but there was a little bit of variation. Saka should have finished that chance on the left, by the way. You've dragged it past the whole goal.
Yeah.
And the reason why I mentioned the game before, because Saka was doing the same thing, Aaron. He was walking around in that game. He was knackered. And yet he's still playing the whole game. Declan Rice only got 10 minutes break at that game as well, right? And then you've got certain fucking creatine pants talking about how many games has he played this year? We're not talking about this year, you fucking idiot. You see what I'm saying? We're talking about being flogged season after season. This guy is 24 years old. I tell you what, by the time he's 34, he's going to be riddled. He's going to be walking funny, bro.
He's going to feel 54, isn't he?
He's gonna be fucked. The same for Ben White, not the same player anymore. Declan Rice used to be full of energy. You're blowing out of your ass every game. Eze the same. That's why he don't look the same, because the training is ridiculous. Madueke said it. He's never had as hard a training regime as this. Last season, when we only had one striker, what does Mr. Tactically Astute do? He fucking does high intensity training while we're not even playing football, by the way, and fuck him up. You know, this is what he does. So, and then I even had people, and I'll shut up in a minute. I had people coming to my show earlier telling me, 8 wins, 2 draws and a loss, and you're crying. I've been crying since pre-season because what I see is like someone putting bleach in my eyes. I don't see it sustainable. Every game I see is more or less like that game yesterday. The only difference is there's peaks and troughs in terms of the form. Now, even against Atletico Madrid, we weren't that good. We had a 10-minute spell. We scored the goals, and that was it. But we weren't that good. We played Nottingham Forest. We were shit in the first half. We played Leeds, shit in the first half.
Yeah.
Every time we've played, there's been a little burst where we've done what we needed to do and then we've got away with it. Well, yesterday we didn't. And why didn't we get away with it yesterday? It's only on one man, because the players were tired. Even Sunderland had enough competency to see, all of our crowd is quiet. We're getting ran over. Our legs are in the air. If we don't do something soon, and they brought on fresh legs. So if it's good enough for them, why is it not good enough for us? This guy's such a coward every single time. And like you said, man, we needed to relieve the pressure. American History X. We got the guy's head on the curb, stamp on it. Why are we backing up? Why are we backing up? We do this all the time. We done it at Anfield. We done it at home to Man City. We done it last year at Anfield. We was 2-0 down. We got back into the game 2-2. On comes the defenders. I'm sick of it, bro.
Don't learn.
Newcastle, we've got Moreno scored. On comes Miles Lewis Skelly. I'm sick of it. What kind of message does that send to the players? And that's what I'll end on, man. It's cowardly, man. It's cowardly.
It's frustrating, isn't it? And the thing is, I always say this in the same phrase: he either doesn't learn or takes way too long to learn these lessons. I'm sorry, he's into his 7th season as a Premier League manager. People will also tell you that he's inexperienced, by the way, or they'll say it like this: "This is his first job." Yeah, this is his 7th season in the Premier League. He's not a rookie no more. He's not inexperienced anymore. Jose Mourinho, by the time that he won Champions Leagues, numerous league titles, doubles, etc. And these lot seem to think that this guy is levels above that. You have a look at all the goats, your Alex Fergusons, your Jose Mourinhos, your Pep Guardiolas. Look at their 6, 7 seasons. Look what they done in them 7 seasons. Mikel Arteta's got an FA Cup in his first 6 months, and someone else won the first few rounds of that. What are we? Do you know what I'm saying? It's absolute batshit when you start breaking it down. And you know what, as well, he's definitely at fault. And you said something there about Bukayo Saka missing that chance. And I've already sort of referenced this ever so slightly. If that was Mohamed Salah last season, or in a Liverpool title winning season, or that was Riyad Mahrez or anyone like that, that goes in. And that is the difference. That's the difference. If you're a team, pardon me, that only relies on set pieces or vastly relies on set pieces, then you've got these opportunities in open play. You have to take them. You have to take them, and that is the difference. Well, I know this is another conversation anyway, so I won't go in there. That's why Bukayo Saka isn't world class. He's been unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. He has probably kept Mikel Arteta in the job for 5 years, carried Arsenal for 5 years. But you know what? Whilst that is fantastic, that is still not enough. People go, "Oh, what more do you expect?" I expect 20+ Premier League goals if you're going to be as good as Mohamed Salah. That's what I expect. You haven't done it. Go on, brother. Go on, Rashid. Jump
do you know
in,
what it is? Do you know what it is? I want to ask these people: define world class. What does world class mean? Is world class? Are we talking Salah? Are we talking Haaland? Are we talking? Okay, let's just talk about the wingers. Are we talking Lamine Yamal? Are we talking Salah? Are we talking what kind of what is world class? For me personally, yeah. Look, Saka, yeah, I got nothing against him. I like Saka. Saka's from England. We want him to make it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? There's nothing wrong. There's nothing against him. But if you're getting 250k plus bonuses, which is 100k, do you know what I'm saying? I expect 250k worth of player football. I expect you to get me 15 goals, 15. I want crazy numbers because you are star boy, right? This is our star player. He should be, because like you said, Salah would score that. Haaland would score that. These players, I'll take you back last season. You know, PSG, yeah? We had a chance Saka could have buried it. It was 1-on-1.
Yeah, blazed it.
Nobody talks about that, by the way. And we know why. We know why. To avoid, I know, because Saka is an uncomfortable conversation. It's just an uncomfortable conversation. When you talk about
it's uncomfortable, though, Rashid. It's uncomfortable for the people that can't hear or stand or be able to take somewhat of a small, tiny bit of criticism. That's all that is. Oh, how dare you say, "Oh, he's done this, or done that." Do you know what? That is all well and good. No one's debating what Saka's done for Arsenal Football Club. In fact, we've all probably at some stage waxed lyrical about how well he's done. However, there's a difference between doing good, doing really good, and doing excellent. There's a massive difference. And the difference is titles. And yes, we can't say, oh, it's all down to Bukayo Saka. No, it's obviously collectively down as a team. But Bukayo Saka, Mane, you got your Salahs. You've got all of these wingers that has won the Premier League that bury these chances. Saka is not burying. Now, if people don't like that, oh well, wake up. This ain't some little fairy tale book. We just go, oh, he's from Highland, or he's loved, or he's such a nice boy, he's polite in interviews.
Church boy.
I don't care. I don't care. Get me the ugly geezer who's a bit of a prick that scores them chances.
Yeah, no facts. And I'll just point to this quickly. And Shane said it as well. You can't have your cake and eat it. He can't be, this tactical genius, and we got the best defense in the league, the best defense in Europe, and then can't hold them to any standards. Huh? How does that make sense? Makes sense for that. And I don't blame Saka fully, because obviously he's been ran through the ground. There was a period a couple of seasons ago where Arteta was literally beaming in the press conference talking about, he's like his 70th game in a row. And I'm like, bro, this kid's young. Like you're fucking him up. He doesn't trust the rest of the players. Yeah, those 5 players will play in every game possible. And like I said, if you can't rest them against shit teams like Slavia Prague, when are they going to get a rest?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Why are they all playing 90 minutes?
90 minutes. And I'll shut up on it. I always say competition, not cover. I've been saying it for over a year and a half, right? No one should be able to walk into this team. Yeah. So fuck Saka. Even Tuchel said it. Yeah. I expect more from you. What do you mean? You're big Saka. What do you mean? Exactly. I expect more. And now he's even playing differently. He's not trying to pass it. He's trying to shoot. He's putting pressure on him. Well, that's come from Tuchel. It's not come from Arteta.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what the comparison as well is, right? Is big boy Saka. I totally get the point that you're coming from, mate. Pep Guardiola is. Do you remember years ago? Let me take it from this angle. Do you remember a couple of years ago? Is the Foden v Saka thing?
Yeah,
bro. Yeah. Foden's won Champions League, numerous Premier League titles. He's one of the most decorated kids of his age.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Pep will go, nah. Sorry, Phil. Unlucky. You're sitting on the bench. People say that about Saka. And people start getting an absolute outrage. Oh, he can't be dropped. He can't be doing this. He's our star boy. Bro, he might be your star boy, but I tell you what, he's not got no silverware behind them stars.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's what we're doing. He's like a matte finish star, isn't it? There's no shine on it whatsoever. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's sick. And then we got talking planks here, and I'll just shut up. You got the talking plank like Pinkers talking about, you can't not play Saka because then the crowd won't be happy at the Emirates. I mean, this is what we're dealing with. I feel like I'm chatting to my baby mum. Like, what's going on? Like, where's the logic?
Hold your hand in that.
Hold his hand.
Yeah. Take a strong hand.
We're family. Oh my days. Listen,
we got Creatine Dan talking about, I wouldn't mind if Gabriel James stays, because then if he wins something with us, it will be lovely. The guy's on 265 a week, robbing us every fucking week. What are you talking about? Huh?
Mate.
The best countries.
Don't piss me off.
Like that.
Yeah. You go to a hotel, you scratch your balls, you don't do nothing. And I'm saying you're playing ping pong. You know what I'm saying? You got the best cars.
Yeah.
You know
120 euros. Yeah.
The bar is like 7 meters. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. What are we doing here? Like how much more do you want? We gave you so much. Oh, he played well. He dragged this team when we were in our toughest moments. Yeah, and he got paid for that. Very well, may I add. 265k plus the bonuses. I don't even want to talk about the bonuses.
Did you see the video of him saying, "Hello, so Gunners, I might be back at the Emirates"? Did you see the video? No, he's looking so healthy mind. He's getting $250,000 a week to sit down. Of course, he's saying hello, Gunners. And I saw an article the other day telling me about, no, I'm staying to the end of my contract. Of course, he is. He's holding us at the moment.
Yep.
Ransom at the moment.
Yep. Yeah. The thing is that you're getting the kind of money that top players get in the Premier League. I expect top numbers. I don't know why people don't hold these players to the standards. And it's not just Saka. We can jump into
manager as well.
Manager, 15.6 million. That should go to the set piece coach. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're just defending. As a manager, you need to know how to balance. It needs to be attack and defense. He's not a defensive coach. He is a coach, a defense coach. That's what he is.
Mate, he's got about as much fucking balance as Bambi, for crying out loud, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Not ice.
It's been born, it's just skating around.
Looking like Califury, he has to turn to. You know what I mean? Like, fucking
are you seeing
Baby Fury, isn't it?
All the forwards that we have been digressing, all of them. Martinelli, Trossard, Odegaard, Eze, Saka, Gyökeres. Gyökeres was scoring 80 goals, crazy numbers, 60
He's
goals.
got a hammy now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got a hammy now. He's out. He told us the doctors don't know. The doctors don't know. So 48 hours, they're just doing the scans. Scan. He didn't even talk to them. For 48 hours, he did not pick up his phone or get a text from the doctors. It was
they just got a FaceTime shrug. Oh, you know.
Oh man, half of them are injured. Yeah, half of them are injured. Even when they're not injured, they're not progressing. Nobody's going. The only players that are getting better are the defenders. Apart from that, everybody else is digressing. All of them. And Declan Rice is down to, obviously Declan Rice is a different kind of animal, but everybody else is digressing. Even Zubimendi.
But would you even say that the defenders have gotten better because of the manager? Because I would argue no. Gabriel Martinelli, everybody knew he was a defensive stud when he came out of Lille. Everybody knew he was going to be a defensive stud when he came out of Lille. Saliba, everybody was talking about Saliba when the motherfucker was 15 in the youth academy over in France. So it's like we give Timber. I would argue Timber's the only one that he made better.
No, but we paid 50 million for Timber, Gianni. Like if you pay that kind of money, you get what you pay for. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, the only reason why I'm saying Timber was playing center back at Ajax. And the reason why I remember that was because Napoli slapped up Timber in that Ajax team 6-1 in Amsterdam in the Champions League. So he's the only one that I would say that Arteta made better. Everybody knew Gabriel Magalhaes was a defensive stud at that Lille team. That Lille team had just missed winning the French league that year when he was there. And then they were able to use the money that they got for him to build and go back and win it. But everybody knew Gabriel was going to be a good defender, just like everybody knew Saliba was going to be a good defender. So I'm not even trying to give Arteta the props on the defensive players like that. Again, the forwards are all being played out of fucking position. Trossard was a number 10 or a secondary striker at Brighton. That's all he was. He was never a left winger. He never played on the left-hand side. He didn't fucking do that. Gabriel Martinelli was a fucking striker, and he's trying to move him out to the left-hand side. Eze is a number 10, a straight-up old-school number 10, but we want to try to make him this 8-10 bullshit that Odegaard does, or we want to put him on the left wing. We're not playing nobody in their proper position. And then with what Rashid said with fucking Gyökeres, the guy is an off-the-shoulder striker. You know what's so funny about Gyökeres? Guess whose game he's similar to? Aubameyang. Very similar game to Aubameyang, where he uses his pace to get in behind, to run in behind and go get goals. Guess what? We're going to not play him in his proper place and play him in the wrong identity of a striker, if you will, and it doesn't work. It's
you know what?
Manager.
You know what? Even Gyökeres looked like he's lost like a yard of pace. I bet you like Mikel's like putting lead in his fucking boots or something like that. Do you know what I mean? You can't run. Don't you dare use your pace.
That he should not be. Gyökeres, first of all, should not be coming anywhere as deep into the midfield to get the ball in the first place. That's the first problem.
He plays off the fucking shoulder. Why is he there in it?
All we should be doing is dropping balls behind the defensive line. He's faster than most fucking defenders that any of these teams have. Let him play his game, get into the space and start shooting. That's what we should be doing. Not all this, you're going to come deep, you're going to link up, and then we're just going to play U-shaped. Does everybody remember the scouting report on Gyökeres was the motherfucker can't head the ball? So why are we playing U-shaped like we're going to cross the ball into a striker that can't head the ball?
He's a psychopath, Gianni. That's right.
Because he's an idiot.
We're doing long throws into Trossard, 4'4".
I'm going to go one better.
The only geezer I'm bigger than.
I'm going to go one better, because we all knew about Saliba. He even delayed Saliba's growth with us to keep Rob Holding.
No, he would have sold Saliba. Let's be honest. If Saliba didn't have the season that he had at Marseille, he'd have used that season, brought him back, dropped him for 30, 40 million and got somebody else. It was only because outside of Mbappe, Saliba was the best player in Ligue 1 that year, which is why he brought him back. That's the only reason. Saliba would have been out here if he didn't do what he did at Marseille.
He favored Rob Holding. That's what he did. Yeah. He's an absolute clown. And you can't say he's improved Raya because look at what Raya is doing. I don't remember Raya doing that last season, playing left back, playing fucking, you got the most attacking goalkeeper. What are you doing? You absolute psychopath, bro. You ain't even improved those guys. And obviously, Gianni, it's a good point with Timber, but like I said, you paid 50 million for him. It's not like it's not like you've unearthed a gem. You haven't.
And he started him at left back as well, by the way. He didn't play him at right back initially.
Lucky. He's got, because you bought Ben as a centre back. Didn't work. You got lucky. You brought Kai as a midfielder. Didn't work. Kind of got lucky. The same for Moreno. And then we still got that same creatine guy talking about, we couldn't have used Moreno because he was up front. Are you what are these guys on? You got Martinet, Trossard's a striker for fuck's sake. Huh? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what? And that's why I asked these guys, so is Miles Lewis Skelly a left back? They were like, yeah. No, he ain't. Like, really?
He's as much of a left back as Marino's a striker. And do you know what? It's mad that people will go, but he scored 2 against one of the shittest teams in Champions League history. He must be really good. Do you know what? He will get the odd couple of goals. He will, because he will get chances. That just is an absolute fact. But if you seem to fucking tell me that Marino is going to be the answer to Arsenal's 21-year fucking wait for a Premier League title, I'll
Keep
6 year
waiting.
wait for a title or a trophy.
waiting.
Sorry, you are going to be waiting a long time, my friend. A very, very, very long time. He's fell into that. It's not even a tactical masterclass from him. To be fair, Marino's done good, but what does that say about Marino? He's played central midfielder his entire life, and he's that shit. He's better as a striker for Arsenal, which is a position which is burdened by Arsenal in the last 7 fucking years. That's
If
where
we-
he shines. That's
we can
actually
make-
not even a
yeah,
good
if
thing
we can
about
make
Marino. It says how
chances-
shit he is in his own position.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because that's the way that we play, and we try and fashion the chances for a false striker. So we can play Kai, we can play Moreno. If anyone plays their game like that, like a Walter Marde or a Sesko, they'd all fit in. Anyone can score for Arsenal because we will create chances like that for you. But if you want to really play, like you said, on the shoulder, getting behind, counter attack, transition, things like this, quick, fluid football, then that is you're not going to succeed.
Do you know what it is? We bought Gyökeres, yeah? Like you said, Views, we bought Gyökeres to get us the 20+ goals. We need you for the 20 goals. We don't need a striker that gets us 13. Do you know what I'm saying? We already had that.
Mhm.
That's
Times
why
two.
we bought Gyökeres, innit? We
already had that. We signed Havertz to replace
Yes.
13 goal a season Jesus, and now we've signed Gyökeres to replace 13 goal a season Havertz and Jesus, and he's probably on target to get 13 Premier League goals.
Probably, yes.
What are we doing here?
And the
Probably, yes.
the
That's
sad
probably
thing is,
how much he'll get, especially with this injury. I think he's out for a long time. I think because Arteta, when he voiced the questions, know that it's a deep problem. When he was like, "Oh, I don't want to talk about that." They asked him about Gyökeres. How long is Gyökeres out for? I don't want to talk about that. Then what should we talk about?
of course not.
Your star player is out, and we're asking you about it. It is normal. We want to know, as Arsenal fans, we want to know how long is he out for? Because if he's out for 3 months, that means that it's either Moreno or Havertz. Now we know both of them in the long run are not the answer. Do you know what I'm saying? In the long run are not the answer. And what's to say, Gyökeres, when he comes back? Who knows? Maybe he won't be the striker that he is. We've seen players go have an injury, come back, not the same player. Saka example, had an injury, came back, not the same player. We've got Eze, a baller that was 2 months ago a baller. Now he can barely get an assist, barely can get even a through ball. We brought him for the creativity, but nothing changed. You see the same way we played last season. It's the same way we play in this season, barring obviously the set pieces. The set pieces is something we'll talk about after. But like overall, in open play, we bought Eze for a creativity problem. Yeah. Has it been solved? Nothing's changed. It's always going to the sides. Always goes to the side.
And exactly what you said before, Rashid, you had just said, we brought Eze for the through ball. That's what Gyökeres is begging for, is the through ball for him to be able to get in on net, for him to go and shoot. And we won't play that way because like you and View said, we're playing like it's a false 9. The guy's not used to playing with a striker. Again, if he was used to playing with a striker, he got a striker who has very similar capabilities as Aubameyang. The only thing that's different between Gyökeres and Aubameyang's much better in the air than Gyökeres is, and the pace. That's it. Other than that, it's the same game. Other than that, it's the exact same game the way they play. Aubameyang's a better dribbler because Aubameyang originated as a winger when he came with that Borussia Dortmund team, when we first saw the glimpses of him as a winger before he got moved to striker. But other than that, it's same profile. So how do you get a profile of a player that you said had an attitude problem, but you knew was the best player on the team then? You get a player with a similar thing, and now you're going to say the same thing? Well, both you guys got to play my way? He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He don't know what the fuck he's doing.
People just love to miss the point as well. They just love to miss the point. Oh, so Timber wasn't, I thought it was 40, 50. So it's a miss. I obviously said something. No, but at the end of the day, you haven't unearthed the gem, but that's what you're hanging on to rather than the point that we're actually making. Yeah. The same donuts talking about Arteta's not a doctor. Cool. So why is he playing? Why is he playing with people's careers then and health? Where's the duty of care? If a player hasn't kicked a ball all week, he hasn't trained, he hasn't done anything, why is he still part of the match day team then? Huh? Guna.
Do you know what, Views, as well, yeah? You don't have to be injured to have the duty of care, or at least see it. The duty of care or lack of duty of care is evident to see in the last 10 minutes of that game where Declan Rice was struggling. That's not Declan Rice's fault. He's been 100 mile an hour all season. 100 mile an hour since he signed for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka, as I said again, there was one stage where he was 20 minutes out of screenshot. He ran back and was standing literally by the opposite goalkeeper's fucking net for about 20 seconds and then strolling back because he's fucked. We can see it. Why is he on the field still?
Yeah.
There are players on that field that can come on. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the poor duty of care. The poor duty of care to rush these players back, to push Thomas Partey, who was injured, push him back on the field of play, and then he gets a 6-month layoff.
How long did Declan Rice play last season with a broken toe? Because certain Arsenal fans are talking like he's fucking the bionic man. He never gets injured. He got took off against who? Forest or whatever with a twinge in the back. He was playing with a broken toe last season. He gets flogged for Arsenal, flogged for England. When does he get a break? But we don't know what we're talking about.
On top of that, this idiot who's saying, "Oh, Arteta isn't a fucking doctor." Well, I'm not a doctor, but I know if you go on, where did Arsenal go for the training? In the hot, they went to Dubai for training in hot weather, and then you're going to come back to fucking England when it's freezing compared to what it is in Dubai. And look what happened. Havertz goes down. Because that was when the first Moreno stint up top was coming in after he made that fucked up move. So, dude, don't say that Arteta's not a doctor, but then does a blatant thing that everybody here knows is going to fuck up. Stop reaching for fucking excuses. The manager's shit. He's been here for 6 fucking years. The man has fucked up every season. I know all these top gooners like to get hung up on the last 3 years, but let's talk about the beginning. The motherfucker, cool. He won the FA Cup. He had us in 6th, and he fucked up and went back to 8th the first full year. Everybody don't like to bring that year up. The next year, he had us in 3rd and then drops to 5th. Why? Because he's a habitual fuck up. That's all he's ever been. The man is going into 6 full years now, and if he doesn't win this year, it's 6 full years of fuck-offs. So I don't want to hear this shit no more about
what it is.
This and Arteta that.
They love to be tickled.
It is what it is.
They love to be tickled. Look, another guy, this is the doom and gloom. This is the reality side, bro.
Yeah.
What do you think this is? This ain't a soap opera, bro. Yeah, this is people's lives, money, you know what I'm saying? Their time, the most important thing on the fucking planet. Yeah?
Most precious commodity, brother.
I might not wake up tomorrow. I'm not a petri dish. Don't be trying to make no experiments with me, bro. Because we got the biggest ticket in Europe as well. The most expensive ticket based on what? You're talking about the first 3 years. Let's talk about the last 3 years. Failure. You lot are just happy to be at the table, smelling the food, but not eating a damn thing. I'm not on that, innit? Doom and gloom. Let's go and get tickled. Go over to AFTV if you want to hear lies, bro, and you want to hear cope. Because we don't do that over here, man. We don't.
Yeah. You need to hear what you want to hear. Go over there, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Man.
It's what it is. The thing is, though, we're in a society now where people can't handle the truth, and you're almost not allowed to say the truth in most of it. But we will say it. We will continue to say it. And if you don't like it, man, there's an X in the top right-hand corner. No one's bullying you. No one's got a digital gun to your head. Just do what you need to do, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? AFTV, a big old platform. They've got plenty of videos peddling absolute steaming pile of shit that you can get your little winky out and have a little fucking jam to. Do you know what I mean? That's that. You can go and watch. You can go watch Creatine Dan. Do you know what I mean? The old, the dandy man. You say Mikel Arteta 3 times in the mirror and he fucking smacks his hand. You know what I mean?
And a puff of creatine. You know, like talcum powder. Do you know what I'm saying? He called us a disgrace. You're trying to call Jez a disgrace. Jez has been following this club for nearly 60 fucking years. Family worked for the club. Lived across the road from the ground. You don't even know who he is. And you're talking about we're a disgrace. You need to learn your hierarchy, big man, innit? Yeah, learn your hierarchy, bro.
Do you know what, boys?
Especially
you know what, boys?
Won't disrespect
Rashid.
Jez. Jez is the guy.
Yeah, he's a geezer, man. Listen, we've got records, though. Let's not forget this. Rashid, it doesn't matter that we've into our 7th season of failure. It doesn't matter that we've 19 consecutive failures in competition. We've entered another 4. That's 23. Possibly 23 consecutive failures. But, Rashid, we have records. When you go down the pub, when you see your mates, wherever you like to socialise, whatever, chat, wherever you like to socialise, if you come across a Liverpool fan, they'll go, yeah, we've won the Champions League recently. We've won Premier League titles recently. We've won all the cups. Man City will go, we got the Centurions. We've won 4 in a row. We won Champions Leagues. We'll bowl into that conversation and go, yeah, do you know what, though? We've got a good record against the Big 6. Yeah. Fuck your 4 in a row, Manchester City fan. We broke or equaled Leeds' record in the early 90s. Who fucking cares? Because guess what records are? they're a pretty thing that sit next to the major thing, and that's silverware.
Mhm.
Guess what? If we went invincible and didn't win the league, it would be a good little feat, but no one would give a fuck. Manchester City, Centurions, good little record. If Liverpool won the league that year, no one would give an absolute fuck.
Mhm.
Chelsea, 15 goals conceded. Unbelievable. They won the league that year. If they didn't win the league that year, it would just be some good little defensive stat no one gives a shit about. No one cares about the records unless they go alongside and run concurrent with a successful side. And guess what, Rashid? We're not fucking successful side, are we, brother? But we got records, Rashid. We've got records.
Do you know what? Records are side dishes. They're not the main course. You have
They're
to
the bread
win
on the
first.
table, bruv. They're not even side dishes. They're just the bread on the table. You know what I mean?
They're the bread and the olive oil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it.
That's what it
Not
is.
even olive oil, fucking chip fucking pan fat, innit? That's what it is. You know what I mean? Just a bit crisp and fry. You know what I mean? That's it.
Dip it in, but that's the thing. They only say that for coping. They want to cope. They want to talk about some records to just be in that conversation because they're so they're so desperate for validation. Look at me. Look at us. Look at what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? They're just so desperate for validation. But yeah, that's what it is. It's just like they're just begging people to talk about Arsenal. That's what it is. Unfortunately, look, listen, anybody that does talk about Arsenal right now, they'll just say, yeah, it's battles, not wars. You know what I'm saying? We're doing well now. But to win the war, it's 38 games. It's Champions Leagues, the whole tournament. It's not getting first place because Liverpool got first place last season. What happened to them? Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's when you win. It's at the end. That's when you can come out and say we're the best, or that validation that you're looking for. You can only get while you're winning trophies. But that's the thing. These man will just they say be happy about the journey. Do you know what I'm saying? Enjoy the journey. If you're hating on Arsenal right now, it is a sickness because we're doing so well and there's nothing to complain about. You know
You're not allowed to wear the shirt or the badge.
Oh man,
you're not allowed to.
No, but they say they don't police fans, but they do. You know what I'm saying? So they don't police fans, but they do. Because I'm feeling like I'm policed right now. We were right for 6 years. 6 years we were right. Okay, you know what? Let's cut that in half. We were right for 3 years. And you were right for one. Let's say you were right for 1 year. Does that just erase?
They've been right. They've been right for 10 games. Because come to 11th, it's all fallen down. 10 games, bro. 10. And then the same guy has got the cheek to say, oh, because we're winning and we're top of this and we're top of that. I'd understand if we were losing and we was 10 points behind. Well, then it would be too late, wouldn't it? Huh? Is it cure or is it prevention? You absolute plank. Do you understand? You try and fix problems like as soon as possible. You strengthen while you're winning, not while you're losing, because it's too late then, isn't it? We're already 10 points behind. Make that make sense. It ain't even a year, Rashid, and I'm sorry to cut in. It's 10 fucking games, and these people are losing their mind. And I'm going to end on this. We're not even pigeonholing Arteta, because my PTSD is 22 years long. Yeah?
Bigger
That's the reason. I'm not going to forget every season just because it's a new season. Like Men in Black. Whoop, I've just had my fucking mind. Neuralizer. You know, we're just going to forget last season. World War II never happened. The Berlin Wall never happened. None of that shit happened.
COVID didn't happen.
You know.
Do you know what? Can I just quickly jump in there as well? Yeah, it makes me laugh because a particular YouTuber I've streamed with, we all know Creatine. He was like, I don't understand. I don't understand the veins bursting out in his head. I don't understand how people would want Mikel Arteta out after these 10 games. We're first, we're this, we're that. He's punching the wall. Do you know what I mean? He's punching the wall like this. Yeah, just either. He's punching everything. And I was sitting there and thinking, you're happy to have the context of these first 10 games whilst totally ignoring the 300 prior, 200, 300 prior. I'm like, how mad is that? How can anyone want him out after these 10 games? Bruv, we're not even a quarter away through the season. And we've also got 6 years, over 200 Premier League games to go by. That's why. But that's so forgotten about because we're first. Do you know what? We've had a decent start to the season. No one's denying that. It's been decent. Yes, there are things that we can pick out, quite rightly so. And we're first, fair dues. If we're to stay like this and win the league, great. But the very fact is, all we're doing is pointing out things aren't sustainable. We have a bit of PTSD over what we've seen before. We know this guy, like Gianni said, we've all said plenty of times. When it comes to that little crunchy bit at the end of the season, squeaky bum time and all of that, says Fergie, he bottles it every time. And it's not just being the hunter, it's being the hunted. We know we were the hunted against Spurs for that 4th place. Bye-bye. See you. Ta-la. We fucked it. Same against Manchester City. And then we were hunting the following season. Didn't quite get it. And then we were just fucking nowhere last season. People forget that we were nowhere. You're all good, all well and good. Oh, yeah, you're XYZ points ahead this season. What about last season when we were here? Where were we that season? We were shit.
Yeah.
I'm happy to go and go, yeah, do you know what?
Circumstances.
Yeah, 11 games. Cool.
I said, man, we're the only
good.
species on this planet that can look back at the past to predict the future. We're literally the only species on the planet that can do that. And you're asking us not to do that for the sake of vibes.
Mate,
I'm an
bookies.
Yeah, bookies.
Bookies have exactly the same way of doing it. And they're multi-billionaires, by the way. They look at historical events
Hey, I'm saying bookies.
to gauge a likelihood. They haven't got a crystal ball. No one has. But they gauge on historical events to give you a likelihood in terms of mathematical formula that you call odds to gauge what might happen. The house mostly always wins. But either way, they get their results by looking at what's happened largely. They're not going to go, oh, yeah, well, you know, Erling Haaland. It's a new season, Erling Haaland. So we'll give you 58-1 on him being top scorer. Why would they do that? He's been the top scorer probably in every single league for the last 6 seasons. You're getting shit odds. Why? Because he's thumping in goals left, right, and centre every year. So they're gauging historical events to give you a likelihood about what's happening in the future. It ain't a fucking rocket science, is it? It's
with Arsenal, though, it's nothing but
yeah,
I'm an uncle. Yeah, the hairline. Yeah, come and join the members. The hairline's inverted. We're going bald. I'm an uncle. I haven't got time for this, bro. Yeah, I don't care about the journey no more. How about I get to my destination with my spliff and my cocktail? I don't care. I don't want to wait in the airport. I don't want to hear crying babies on the fucking plane. I ain't got time for it no more. And we're not even pigeonholing Arteta. 22 years of hurt. That's what we've got. And even in Arteta's time, the half a decade that we've just had, he's never crossed it. It don't matter if we got Christmas lights all over us. It don't matter if we're singing and dancing. It don't matter if every player's having a Ballon d'Or year. Or we're getting dragged across the line. We're roadkill with a million arrows in us. It doesn't matter because we always come to the line not first.
We're like the geezer from 300, mate, when it gets to the last few games, isn't it? All the arrows are just there, and we're just like, fuck it, we might as well just get pierced 1,000 times, isn't it? Yeah, like, come on, bring it all on.
Because that's how it ends every time. It doesn't matter. All singing, all dancing, whether we're getting dragged across the line, we're never first. That's what people, and they want you to just forget. There's no point talking about the window no more because it's closed. So we might as well all just be happy and clap. And what the fuck is this, bro? Like,
Just don't say a bad word about Mikel Arteta and we'll all be fine. Because at the end of the day, he's a handsome Spanish geezer who's spent 6 years, 7 years at Arsenal Football Club, hasn't won a goddamn thing, but under his tenure, we have broken records. Also, we've got second 3 times in a row. Don't forget that. Second 3 times in a row. The trophy for that doesn't exist, but I'm sure it will very soon. We've won 2 community shields, which is apparently a trophy. We've got a real life mascot, a dog, after sacking the actual mascot and then bringing him back.
Gunnosaurus.
We sacked poor old Gunnosaurus and bought a fucking dog. Do you know what I'm saying? Poor old Gunnosaurus.
Poor old Gunnosaurus. I thought that was Nathan Butler-Oyedeji for a while. I'm not even going to lie. I didn't know what he was doing at the club. The guy's 22 years of age. People still think he's a kid. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not here anymore.
Arteta's gone, listen, Butler. You are not got no future at the club, Butler, but I don't know why I'm doing an Arsene Wenger voice. But we are bringing back Gunnosaurus, and I don't know why I'm still doing the Arsene Wenger sort. You know what I'm saying?
Here's a stag gig you can do.
There you go. Do you know what I mean? He pays 30 grand a year. Do you know what I mean?
We are the We Beat Man City 5-1 champions. We are the We Beat Real Madrid champions. We are the first
PSG XG champions. Come on,
we're the first 10 games champions of the league, so we got to respect that at least. You know what I mean? So.
yeah. but this is what it is, man. Big up to the Go Gather, lobbing out some funny shit in the chat, man. Records of the side dishes. Bums asked me to snack on the first date at a fancy restaurant because he doesn't have the bag to pay for a proper fucking dinner. Dating, eh?
Self-awareness, man. Self-awareness. If you ain't got the money, it's Dixie Chicken. Do you know what I mean? It's not Nando's, bro. You know what I mean?
If Arteta turned up, you'd be getting lemons, mate. Innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, legit.
Lemons and light bulbs, and you'd hire a pickpocket to rob you and all. So do you know what I mean? It's at least you ain't dating Mikel Arteta. Basically, that's the way we're going here. So we've got a big game later, obviously, boys, and we'll sort of finish on this in an hour's time. We didn't do our job, but hopefully, we get a draw from that game and we get somewhat ish bailed out. How do you reckon it's going to go, Rashid? Liverpool and Manchester City at the Etihad in an hour's time. What do you reckon?
Oh man, listen, either team wins. It's we're not back to square one, but they're onto us. They're onto us. Any mistake from now on, we can't afford. I would rather make the mistake in January where we can rectify it and then continue, but we've made the mistake early. And I feel like Man City might win this one. I can't lie. I feel like Man City might win this one. I feel like Shirky's starting to, my boy Shirky, what a player he is, by the way. He's starting to move, you know what I'm saying? He's starting to pull up, being the Shirky that I expected him to be. So I feel like
he's not pulling trees up, but he's pulling hedges up, isn't he?
He's doing all right. He's doing all right. No, because the first 3 games he wasn't doing that well, and then he got injured, and then now he came back because you remember when De Bruyne and Haaland were on their game, they'd win any game. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if the defense is shaky or not. You know how Haaland is. Give him half a chance, that's a goal. But either way, it's the same thing here, really. It's the same thing, really. If Liverpool win, I think it's 6 points. Is it 6 points if Liverpool win or 5?
5.
Let's have a little look at the table.
4 or 5.
If Man City win, we'll be 4 points ahead of Man City. If Liverpool win, we will be 5 points.
Yeah. So basically, it's
5 points. You know what I mean?
Same thing. Yeah. Same thing. So we're going to play for a draw, hopefully, and then we can probably, you know what I'm saying, just take this Sunderland game as the lesson to be learned. There's a lesson to be learned in that game, but do I feel like Arteta's someone that learns? No, he's too arrogant to learn. That's the problem. You know, when you're too arrogant, you can't learn. When you think you know everything, you won't learn anything in this world. You know what I'm saying? You always think that you're right, and it's narcissistic behavior. But yeah, man, I hope that Man City don't win, and I hope that Liverpool don't win. So yeah, I'm praying for a draw, man. I'm praying for a draw.
Yeah. What about you, Johnny, brother? How do you see the game going?
I'm hoping the game goes a draw, but I don't want Liverpool to win. I said this on Big Up Taryn from BBK Sports. I was in his chat yesterday, and I for me personally, I'd rather take City to win than Liverpool because this isn't the same City team. People are going to say Pep and all this. The guys who used to carry that team on those runs, Gundogan, KDB, Bernardo Silva, what he used to be, are no longer the same players or are not there.
Yeah.
So for me, this City team is not experienced on going on that run. So I hear it when people talk about City in the past, but it's not the same team. These kids have to get used to doing this. For me, I prefer City to win because, one, we've seen it in the past in the Bundesliga and with Haaland. He can go on streaks where he doesn't score. It's a fact. It happens to every striker. Doesn't matter what class level you're at. For me, I don't want Liverpool getting hot because this is the team that just win. And even though they did do a lot of changes, the core of the team that is used to winning, that won the first one with Klopp, one with Slot, is still mostly there. So I don't want that team to get hot. I prefer a more inexperienced City team to win. But either way, I want a draw. Because especially after catching a draw, we don't need them to gain any points on us.
Yeah, no, facts, man. And to wrap it, views, brother, before we raid BBK, by the way, views. What do you reckon, bro?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really been watching both teams closely. I know Haaland's fucking it up. I'm feeling like, you know, if that blue shark smells blood in the water, then, you know, maybe they'll kick on. But yeah, I mean, I do realize that a lot of their team ain't the same. I realize that Liverpool ain't clicked. You know, I'll even give us a bit of credit because I don't think we've clicked either. If we do click, then maybe I'd have a little bit more confidence. What have I been saying on my channel?
Right.
Instead of giving us 2 shit performances, can we have 2 or 3 good ones? Do you know what I'm saying? Can we just show that we can play football? That might give me a little bit more chest. Someone's in the chat as well, and big them up. They're saying, "Oh, if you're just criticizing for all the years in the past, but but there's nothing wrong with this season." You're basically saying what I just said. We can't forget what happened then. It's not just about, like, I'm 41 years old. My PTSD weren't born yesterday, bro. It weren't born at the start of the season. Yeah, and it ain't even just the Arteta problem. Yeah, this is the core of Arsenal. Get to Christmas, fuck it up. We win some, we lose some. We are very well known to bottle things a lot of the time, a lot more time than going on and winning it. They're the cold hard facts, because you guys don't like to hear it because things are going okay at the moment. Like, get out of your feelings. Yeah, the truth hurts people. Yeah, like I said, I'm an uncle. This weren't born yesterday. As for Liverpool and Man City, all we can do is hope for a draw, because I'm of the volition that we fucked it. We worry about your business. If we handled our job yesterday, it wouldn't have mattered what happened today.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what I'm tired of. And we've got so many people that love to cope. Oh, but if City and Liverpool draw today, what's all this ifs? If we done our job, it don't matter.
Who cares? We'd have just enjoyed the game of football, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the problem with us.
Yeah,
that's the problem with us. Every year, Arsenal's always hoping for something else to happen. It's always out of our control. It's always
out of our control
to come through. No,
yeah,
fuck that. Yeah. You got this much of a lead, it doesn't matter. Go for it and make sure it remains in your control. Because the moment we know it's not in our control, we know what the story is in us not winning. We know it.
Exactly.
Liverpool wasn't that good last year. Let's all be honest.
Yeah.
Liverpool was not that great of a team last year. They were good for the rest of the league was shit, and they were just consistent, but they made sure they kept their league title in their control and not hoping and praying on Arsenal or Man City. Arsenal every year, as long as Man City drops points here and we pick up points, it's always that bullshit scenario. No, fuck that. Take it by the horns and go fucking win. Fuck all that other shit.
And that's Arsenal this year. That's Arsenal this year, because we haven't been ripping up trees, but we've been getting results while the rest of the league has been shit. Now, if the rest of the league wakes up, then we'll really see what Arsenal are.
Yeah, no, facts, man. But yeah, we're going to raid BBK. Big up to every single one of the world-class chat, of course. All of these guys' links are in the title, so make sure you go and give them a follow. Like the video on our way out. Go say hello to BBK. Taron is an absolute legend. Other than that, big up. Arteta, well and truly